Hey footprinters, Chrissy here. Okay, I did a quick reading on the run yesterday about the impeachment announcement, and so I thought I've got a little bit more time now. My phone is charged. I've got time. I thought I'd do a longer reading now about the impeachment. Now, yesterday, from memory, it indicated that it could be the thing that makes Trump walk away, but I think he'd want some guarantees of not getting charged with certain things. I think they could make that deal with federal things, but any state things, well, he'd be left to face that, and I don't think he wants to face any of it. But I thought I would do what I was planning to do yesterday, a Celtic cross, and I'm going to add in the Tarot's Apprentice twosomes, the word of warning and word of solace as well. Okay, so all up, I've got 14 cards in this spread, so yeah, okay, because I have fear and hope as separate cards. Okay, so anyway, I am using the Sacred Circle deck, and just put this closer look into the impeachment process. Now, it is Thursday the 26th of September here, so do that, and then if I have time on the recording, I might do a quick look at what the last few days of September holds for Trump. Maybe the first week of October, but we'll see. Anyway, what's on the bottom of the deck? Success, 6 of Wands for the impeachment. Now ask the question, will it lead to Trump resigning rather than facing it? And this is a good card to get. So we'll see what else comes up. Okay. Put that down. Just have to steady this. I'm planning to buy a new tripod this weekend, so this one sort of is, yeah. Anyway, so this lovely little deck over here, that's when I picked up yesterday on impulse. I saw it in the store, really liked it and grabbed it. Anyway, so the situation is the impeachment process. The underworld, that is death. So this is going to be the death of Trump's presidency, I think. Or the underworld. Oh no, that's temperance. Sorry, number 14. Sorry, number 14, temperance. It's the balance between the green and red dragon. It's going to lead to them finding a balance, getting things back in balance after they've been so out of whack with Trump and his presidency. And again, the temperance came up yesterday, so compromise as well. In order to find that right balance, you have to compromise. So, yeah. These have got different titles from the traditional, so I always keep my traditional one because I'm terrible at remembering what some of these are. What's the challenge? 10 of discs. The GOP. There's still some members of the GOP have come out and said, we've got this is troubling. Some senators have come out and said, this is troubling. Mitt Romney, Ben Sass, we've got to look at this. But there's still some diehards, and there always will be, but maybe enough will come around that they will have to do what they did with Nixon and go and see him and say, we cannot guarantee you, because if it's brought up for a vote, it's one of those things, I think, that if it gets so many votes, McConnell can't has to have that vote in the he can't say no, we're not bringing it to the floor. He has to do it. I think I'm right on that. If you're American and you know differently, please let you know. But there's still some challenge getting some GOP members on board, especially the Senate. I think if they can swing the Senate, then they'll swing the House as well. Okay, the focus of this reading is the Queen of Cups, intuition. Going with your intuition. They really are. They just feel now is the time to do it. Now is the time to act. We have what we need to act. And I also feel that they're using the Ukrainian thing as a bit of a diversion away from the financial stuff. I do honestly 100% feel that they've got his taxes. And, and they're just using the Ukrainian thing as, yes, it's valid, but they're building it up a bit more to divert away from that as well. They're acting very intuitively now, even though they've had this plan and it's all coming together. They've got to be go with guts on how they act with each step. The past, well, discontent. Yes, they've been very discontent, and the Democrats have been hearing a lot. Why aren't you doing impeachment? Why aren't you doing? There's been a lot of discontent in the party with a lot of members and with the rank and file and a lot of the American people who are saying, why aren't you? Why aren't you? And they have been very, very discontent and maybe starting to feel a bit of the apathy. I think Nancy Pelosi is a master of a lot of things, and maybe timing is one of them as well. Okay. The present. Ace of Discs, abundance. This is the tax return. They have them as well. And they're not saying anything about it. They have an abundance of stuff on him. Along with this and along with the Ukrainian thing and along with everything else, they have everything they need to do this. They have an abundance of what they need, and they also have everything they need on the finances as well. I think they will spring that. That's going to be their ace in the hole, I think, which is why they're not talking much about it. I think that it's really going to be their ace in the hole. The ace of... Okay, the next thing is the near future for the impeachment process. 10 of Wands, look. They're going to come down like a ton of bricks on Trump, and he's really going to feel the burden of it. But there's also a lot to go through. They've gone through a lot, but there's still a lot more to go through yet. So it's these things don't happen overnight. Even when they start the official thing, they still have to go through a lot of stuff to get things clear and sorted and for people to understand. 7, what's in the environment around the impeached defeat. This is defeat. And impeachment. It's not defeat for the impeachment process. It's not defeat for this. I think it's defeat for Trump. This is creating an environment around Trump where he's finally starting to feel that maybe he's been defeated, or finally starting to admit it. But like most narcissists, he will never admit it, even subconsciously maybe. But I think he's starting to feel that maybe it's not Trump, I think, who's starting to feel defeated. He will never feel defeated. He's a malignant narcissist. He will never believe that people can defeat him. I think it's the Republican Party who are starting to feel defeated. That they can't hold on anymore. what others are seeing. The green man, finally, the journey has started. The new journey. Finally, the impeachment journey is underway properly. It's finally started. This new journey, and they're going to see where it all comes out. What's the fear? The fear is that their plans won't work out and Trump will continue to have dominion. That is the fear. I mean, Trump is he's not called the Teflon Don for no reason. Nothing seems to stick to this person, to this man, and that's. I think there's that. Well, to be expected there that it's going to end up exactly that way. That their plans won't work, and he's going to end up maintaining his dominion over the country. Dominion is not necessarily a good thing to have, especially with someone like Trump. Okay. The hope. They hope that fortune is on their side and that destiny is on their side. The outcome. Oh, lovers, new partnerships, new relationships. I think this is going to be a new relationship with the American people and a new relationship between the two parties. I don't know what that relationship is going to be, but there's those two areas of partnership, new partnership with the American people, a new partnership between the two houses, not necessarily between the two parties, but between the two houses, because they're going to, if Trump doesn't walk away, I think they will vote to impeach him, but I think he'll walk away because the GOP will make him. Now, word of warning. Some things might not work, and it could be disappointing when this avenue doesn't work, or this avenue of investigation doesn't quite work as you want. So don't be disappointed. Don't be surprised if some things don't quite work as well as they could. That can happen, or some avenues of investigation don't lead where you hope they would. So be prepared for some disappointing news with some aspects of the investigation. But a word of solace. 7 of Wands. This bipartisan rivalry that had the genesis in the 80s with Newt Gingrich and Mitch McConnell and all that, that's going to come to an end. There's going to be no more having to stand up and defend yourself because you want to do something bipartisan. That's going to come to an end. I think what's left of the GOP is going to have to learn to work with the Democrats if they want to rebuild themselves as a party in any way, shape or form. So that is my more in-depth reading on the impeachment process. I don't know if it'll get to a vote, if they'll even have to vote. I mean, it might get to the vote in the House, but it might not even have to go through a vote in the Senate. It could. Indications are that it could lead to Trump leaving, because the GOP will just say, we can't back you here, we can't support you here. If we do, we will lose every election for the next 50 years. So, yeah, he might end up leaving. I think they'll have to make a deal with him to do that, but that he won't be arrested or charged with federal things. They can't make a deal for the states, however. That's something he's going to have to deal with on his own. So I am just going to pause this, get another deck, and then we'll have a look at the next few days for Trump. Okay, I am back. I just noticed a little 4-card reading that I've got written here, and it's called Am I on the Right Path? So I thought I'd just do that very quickly first. And it's got 4 cards. Where am I now? Where am I going? Obstructions in the path, and the final outcome. So I thought we'd do, are we on the right path, with hoping that this investigation will cause Trump to leave. So are we on the right path with hoping this investigation will cause Trump to leave? So okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. Okay, so where are we now? We are feeling victorious because of Nancy Pelosi announcing the impeachment inquiry, formal impeachment inquiry. Where are we going? 5 of Cups is, we are hoping it leads towards loss for Trump. That's where we want it. That's where we're going. That's where our hopes are leading us, that Trump loses. And this is what we want the outcome to be. So this is our goal. When I say where am I going, it's where do I want to be? And we want it to be loss for Trump. Obstructions in the path of our goal? 6 of Pentacles. 6 of Pentacles. GOP, money, people trying to buy other people off, maybe. People just trying to do everything they can to stop this process. And what's the final outcome? The final outcome is the King of Wands. What about the King of Wands? That's Trump. What about the King of Wands? He's going to be burdened. Dark money's going to come out. And he's going to be out in the cold. Okay, so that's just that very quick reading. He's back. Oh, I'll just grab another deck. Very quickly, grab another deck. And we'll do Trump in the next few days. I love my decks. I love them all. Every deck I buy because I feel drawn to it, or, you know. So we have got about 4 or 5 minutes left. So I'm going to do Friday the 27th, Saturday the 28th, Sunday the 29th, Monday the 30th. Row 1. Temperance. Again, people are going to go to Trump and start talking about making a deal with him. Tower. This is another tower moment, another chip in the Trump tower, but I think it's a big, significant one. Whatever they're going to take to him, it's big. And it could be the GOP saying, we can't support you anymore. So this is Saturday. Sunday, Trump's going to be feeling, he's going to try and find a way to get away with it. Going to try and find a way to hang on. But I don't think it's going to work because Monday, the 30th, long dark night of the soul, not very good. An end. Friday the 27th, Ace of Coins. Saturday, the 5 of Coins. Sunday, the 10 of Coins, that's the GOP, yep. The 8 of Coins. Okay, so along with the Temperance card, an offer. We can offer you, some saving grace, but no, this isn't an offer. This is the new information that the Democrats have. So, I think the GOP are going to go, they've got this new information. You've got to consider their offers. Here's with the Tower, 5 of Pentacles again. Different deck. Saw me shuffle. On the Saturday, the Tower moment. He's officially being shoved out in the cold. Sunday, 10 of Wands, that's the GOP. Telling him you're not going to be able to get away with it. You can try and find ways, but you're not going to be able to get away with it. The 8 of Coins. All of the details. Too many details to count. Every detail. 8 of Coins. All the work, all the hard work's being done. All the details are there. Sword after sword after sword. One more row. Friday the 27th. Knight of Coins. Ooh. The Death card for Saturday. Saturday the 28th is going to be a really, really bad day for Trump. 3 of Wands on Sunday. Monday the 30th, Judgment. Find yourself a lawyer. We're coming to you with an offer that will help you save face because we've got all this information, or the Democrats have all this information. We can't help you. We've got to do this very quickly. The Death card, the Tower card, the Out in the Cold. That to me is the real Tower. You know how I've been about the Tower? That combination says it all. 3 of Wands. That is the Democrats' plans coming home to roost, and Republicans saying this is an end to your dominion. Judgment. He's going to be held in judgment. The next 4 days for Donald Trump are going to be really, really bad. So just to recap, I've just picked up all the cards, but the next 4 days for Donald Trump, not good. Not good at all. Yeah. he's in a bad place. And you know what? He put himself there. Anyway, that is my look at the whole impeachment situation. Love you all, footprinters, and I will see you at the next reading. Bye-bye.